Wednesday, December 23, Twilight of the Idols. Question. What was one of the great sins that the people committed that Jeremiah had to deal with constantly? Well, let's have a look at Jeremiah chapter 10 and verses 1 through to 15. Hear the word which the Lord speaks to you, O house of Israel. Thus says the Lord. Do not learn the way of the Gentiles. Do not be dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the Gentiles are dismayed at them. For the customs of the people are futile. For one cuts a tree from the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen, with the axe. They decorate it with silver and gold. They fasten it with nails and hammers, so that it will not topple. They are upright like a palm tree, and they cannot speak. They must be carried, because they cannot go by themselves. Do not be afraid of them, for they cannot do evil, nor can they do any good. Inasmuch as there is none like you, O Lord, you are great, and your name is great in might. Who would not fear you, O King of the nations? For this is your rightful due. For among all the wise men of the nations, and in all their kingdoms, there is none like you. But they are altogether dull-hearted and foolish. A wooden idol is a worthless doctrine. Silver is beaten into plates. It is brought from Tarshish, and gold from Uphaz. The work of the craftsman, and of the hands of the metalsmith. Blue and purple are their clothing. They are all the work of skilful men. But the Lord is the true God. He is the living God and the everlasting King. At his wrath the earth will tremble, and the nations will not be able to endure his indignation. Thus you shall say to them, the gods that have not made the heavens and the earth shall perish from the earth and from under these heavens. He has made the earth by his power, he has established the world by his wisdom, and has stretched out the heavens at his discretion. When he utters his voice, there is a multitude of waters in the heavens, and he causes the vapours to ascend from the ends of the earth. He makes lightning for the rain. He brings the wind out of his treasuries. Every one is dull-hearted without knowledge. Every metalsmith is put to shame by an image, for his moulded image is a falsehood, and there is no breath in them. They are futile, a work of errors. In the time of their punishment, they shall perish. What's interesting in these verses is not just the way in which the prophet shows how vain and useless and silly these idols are, but how he contrasts them to the living God. These things are powerless, useless, empty, and false. What a contrast to the Lord who made the heavens and the earth. He will endure forever, while these idols will vanish forever. So, whom should we be worshipping and dedicating our lives to? That which is weak, false, vain, and powerless? Or to the Lord, whose power and might are so great that he created and sustains the universe? The answer, of course, is obvious. Yet, however obvious the answer, the fact is we are in danger of falling into idolatry as well. Though today we might not worship the same kind of idols that those in Jeremiah's time did, our modern life is full of false gods. These modern idols can be anything that we love more than God. Whatever we worship, and worship doesn't always mean singing and praying, becomes our God, and we are guilty of idolatry. Question. What are some of the things that we can be in danger of making into idols? What about things such as digital devices, money, fame, even other people? Make a list of what these potential idols are, and then ask yourself, in the end, what real salvation do they offer? Of course, we know intellectually that none of these things is worthy of worship. We know that in the end, nothing that this world offers us, nothing that we make into idols, can ultimately satisfy our souls, and certainly not redeem them. We know all these things, and yet, unless we are careful, unless we keep before us Jesus and what he did for us and why he did it, we can so easily be swept up in a modern form of idolatry similar to that which Jeremiah so passionately rallied against.